Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be unboxing your Wi-Fi Pro. So, getting confused between Nest and Google. They just bought Nest. So that's why they're calling their products Google Nest. And anyways, around the box, there isn't that much information. On the other side, you guys will see just a picture. On this side, it's just a little bit of information about it. Maybe that's useful for you. There's a little bit more information on the other side, but not too much. And on the bottom, there's quite a bit, but not that useful either. Anyways, the box does come sealed, so we're just going to open it up. Now, keep in mind as you're watching this is an unboxing video, not a setup video and not the manual. I do have separate videos for that, so you guys can see these guys in action. So let's just open this up. And here we go. So they are quite big. They're not that small, like a lot of people expect them to be. So if you're comparing this, if you have another Google product, such as Google Home Mini or a Nest Mini, those speakers, this would be almost the same size, but almost double the width. And they are bigger, but almost double the width and a lot heavier, that's for sure. So here we go. They're really basic, they're shiny, so they're pretty nice. So I know a lot of people want to hang these on the wall. They are heavy, so just let me remind you of that. So keep in mind wherever you want to place these, they are quite heavy. And they're all the same thing. See, if you look around, there's not much around them, but right here is what you're looking for. So let me just try to focus this in. So this is all you need. You need your power. You need to hook this up. Well, depending, if one of these, for sure you're gonna have as a router. So the main router. The other ones will just be bouncing off the signal pretty much. So you won't need any cables here. You're just gonna need the power for the other ones. And I'm gonna show you the third one anyways, because it's the exact same thing. But let me just get everything out, show you what's inside, and then we'll keep going. So this is the power for them. I'll show you all three in just a second. And I want to highlight that in only one of the boxes did they have the Ethernet cable. So this is the main one that's gonna go from your modem. Some of you might have a modem that's also a router that's gonna go right into these guys. Well, one of them, only one of them. The other ones will just be to send out, bounce off the signal like I mentioned, because it is a mesh system. Nothing underneath. Then on top of the box, that's your manual. All right, so right here you can see everything you get inside the box. There's nothing else. These guys, it's just the power, one Ethernet cable, and then here you go, you have your routers, because they are all routers, they're the same thing. So let's say you just bought one and not the pack that comes with three, it would just be one of these. And it for sure has to come with this cable, because you're gonna need that. If you bought the pack of three, only one of them will come with this. The other ones will just come with these, because you just need the power, and that's it. So let me just show you a better close-up of the power. So this is the power adapter that you get with it. I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can. I know a lot of you are just watching this video just to get this information. And around it, there's nothing else. On the cable itself, you might be looking for some writing, but there isn't. There's no writing on it that says Google or anything like that. It's all the information they can see, it will be right here. And that would be it. That's all the info around this. There's nothing else. That's how you know it's Google, because it's a Google product, but there's no G's on here or anything like that that would tell you that this is a Google product. And the same thing goes with the other ones. So these three would be the exact same thing. There's nothing different about them. And you would use them, any one of these, for any one of the routers that we just got. Now here's the Ethernet cable that came with this. And as you guys can see, it's just a standard Ethernet cable. There's nothing that fancy about this. Obviously, this is meant for the speed that these guys can go. They're not gonna send you something that's slower than what you would need. The information around this one, I can show you on this cable. There's some info here for those of you who are just watching this video just for this. So here we go. I tried to focus in as much as I can. So you guys can see some of the information on the cable. But that's all the information on the cable that I could find. Other than that, this is how the ends look like, which is pretty standard, nothing fancy about it. And finally, like I showed you before, this dude. So the ports, that's all the ports that you're gonna see. So one of them is gonna be for your Ethernet. It's gonna go directly into your modem. And the other one, you could just hook it up to your computer. So that is an option. I for example, don't suggest doing that because there's a reason why you got this Wi-Fi router in the first place. And there would be almost no reason for you guys to do that. Well, at least for most of you to do that. Some of you might. But for that, you'll need to purchase your own cable. The cable that came with this is this one. So that's the one that you're going to plug it in. And then it's going to go to your modem. But anyways, that I'm going to show you guys in the setup video, which is a full-on setup video for those of you who are new. Or for those of you who have a Google product from before. It's good to watch that setup video regardless. And that's it. That's all the ports around it. There's nothing more around this thing. There's some information down here below, but it's not that useful actually. Well, this that you're gonna have to scan when you're doing the setup. But other than that, you do get some manuals. And let me just show you that the manual doesn't tell you much either, but it does tell you the real basics that comes to this. But again, it's really, really basic how you do this. Like I mentioned before, you just need your power. You're gonna need to connect this up to your router. So this is your router, this would be your modem, or some people have a modem that's also a router. So you have to hook it up like so. And then you just go from the app and you do the whole setup from that. So that's why the manual is so basic and there's nothing much to it. And then there's this paper and that's it. So here they are. Once again, they are pretty heavy. So for those of you thinking that you can just put this on the plug somewhere, it's most likely gonna fall off unless you have something really good to hang on to. But as far as this video goes, we are all done. If you guys have any comments, questions, you guys can write them down here in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.